my guitar, I made it and I broke it yesterday, and I had to figure. I broke it the day before yesterday, and it wasn't working, so I had problems with it, and I fixed it.
Show the front of it. What'd you make it out of?
I made it out of a piece of wood I got out of a dumpster. And I made it out of a piece of wood I got off the street. It was an old tabletop. And I made it out of another piece of wood I got out of a dumpster. And then I got a Chinese wiring harness and some Chinese really cheap pickups. I got good strings on it.
And that one has some computer parts on there too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, this is a case for a hard drive. I tore a hard drive apart and I made a pickup, but the pickup's so weak that I'm going to break that guitar and put it all together and make it different. But, you know, the world's ending like never before. And if I was Nero, this would be a fiddle.
Made out of human parts. If you were Emperor Nero. Well, it's quite a conceptual piece. I wish the artist Tom Sachs would see it because it's right up his alley. He would love it.
I tell you, I'm afraid there's going to be a revolt, a rebellion, and a revolution. And it'll be just like the February Revolution of the French when they revolted and rebelled and they didn't know what they were doing at all. And so about 3 months later, you know, it was just a waste of time. So, you know, you gotta watch out. If you're gonna have a revolution, well, I figure it would take about 700 people go to Washington in my uniform, which is suspenders and a white shirt and blue jeans and some boots. And all of them wear that, because, you know.
Your minions.
They got blue jeans anywhere, white shirt, you know, you can get anywhere. But you gotta wear suspenders. Otherwise, when you bend over, everybody sees you crack. But I think it'd take about 700 people. And I think they need to go up there, and we need to get together, and I think what we need to do is remember that the best thing about the United States has been the post office, United States Post Office. And we need to demand United States Post Office service banking until we get it. If we don't get it, we need to really do something bad to Wall Street. Of course, Wall Street and London, they're all, you know, hiding money into Cayman.
And Switzerland.
We need another UN. Population's doubled since the last one got started, and that was ruined by Zionism and MacArthur and all those guys' desire to turn Formosa into Taiwan. But the one thing you got to demand over and over and over, and I want you to learn to chant and chant and chant. It's United States Post Office Banks. United States Post Office Banks. Can you scream that?
United States Post Office Bank.
United States Post Office Banks.
Got it.
I tell you, I've been patient enough. I've been patient enough. we need to bring back the draft. Remember, I said it here. What we need is United States Post Office Service banking, and we need industrial service banking, and there's something going on weird about steel in China. Like maybe the people who do stuff, like now that the 100 years oil war is coming to an end, it's like now they're gonna get upset about the pollution coming from China where they're making cheap steel. You know, you gotta get upset about something, you know. And I swear to God, the poor Chinese, they were gonna have a communist paradise too, and all they got was starved to death for a long time, and then they got to be wage slaves for their elites who always get paid and access to everything good in communism, you know, which isn't really communism. You can't even call it communism. It's like part communism, and the rest of it is just same as capitalism, whereas it's like corporation. As China, the corporation, with all the corrupt at the top and all the working class people who are wage slaves that got screwed just like all the Americans. But we need to just demand the real industrial service banks and quit letting the finance banks pretend to be that. Because they always pretend to be that. Like what they did was pretend to be a industrial service bank, and then they got all that TARP money and they went out and bought all the foreclosed deeds for whatever they call it. So they screwed everybody. And now people want to vote for Trump. And now it's ridiculous. I mean, can you believe it? Hillary Clinton, the Clintons. I keep saying Bill Clinton, just like at the end of Psycho.